We need to know four aspects of an ism to use it in a sentence correctly. We have repeated these four so many times and should be memorized by now. The first is the capacity of the ism, whether it is ma'rifa, one of the definite types, or nakira, one of the three indefinite types. We already covered this topic in our last two lessons and learned to differentiate between ma'rifa, the definite types, and nakira, the indefinite types of asma. Second is the gender of the ism, and this is our focus for today. And the third thing we need to know about an ism is the number, whether it is singular, dual, or plural. We'll discuss these in our next two videos. And finally, we will discuss grammatical cases, which is the last thing we need to know for using a noun correctly in a sentence. Returning to our today's topic, the word gender in Arabic is translated as jins. When the definite article alif lam is introduced at the beginning, it becomes al jins. In English, we use the same verb for male and female, like he does or she does. But in Arabic, the verb inflects according to the gender of the noun. And similarly, we saw pronouns and adjectives also decline according to the gender. And we saw a few examples in our last two lessons, like هذا رجل, هذه امرأة. We can't exchange هذا and هذه in these two sentences. Masculine in Arabic is called muzakkar and feminine is called muannath. Genders are of two types. First is the biological gender, which we know naturally occurs in male and female pairs. This is straightforward and the same in both English and Arabic, like رجل, امرأة, جمل, ناقة, ولد, and bintun. The real challenge comes when assigning gender to objects that have no biological or real gender, like a chair or a pen. Fortunately, Arabic makes this topic easier for new learners when compared to many other languages. By default, Arabic nouns are masculine. To learn the non-biological gender of a noun, the biggest indicator is the rounded ta, which is known as ta marbuta. Almost 95% of Arabic nouns ending in ta marbuta are feminine. As we saw in the previous video, for example, sayyaratun, nafizatun, darrajatun, and shajaratun. However, there are exceptions. Some masculine nouns also end in ta marbuta. These are usually male personal names or professional titles. In such cases, the biological gender takes priority over the feminine looking ending of ta marbuta, like Osama, Huzaifa, Allama, and Khalifa. Some names like Salama can be used for both genders. It's a typically male name, but in some regions it is also given to females. So the first major indicator of a feminine noun in Arabic is ta marbuta. Two more rare characteristics of Arabic feminine nouns are the endings in alif and hamza. And second one is in letter ya, but a standing fatha on it or before it. The examples of first type are sahra'u, bakma'u, khadra'u. As you can see, the last two are types of adjectives, and adjectives in Arabic are separate for both genders. This type of alif is called alif mamduda, and the other one is called alif maksura. Some example nouns with alif maksura are bushra, atsha, kubra. These three hints are feminine nouns. Ta marbuta, alif mamduda, and alif maksura are called alamat tanis. Alamat means signs, which is the plural form of the word alama, and tanis is the process of finding the feminine gender for a noun. Colors are adjectives, and adjectives in Arabic are a type of ism sifa. Like all adjectives, colors are also pronounced differently for two genders. Feminine colors are written with alif mamduda. Abyadu is used for masculine white and bayda'u is feminine white. The horse is white. Al-hisanu abyadu. And when we have to describe a feminine noun, we'll say bayda'u. As-sayyaratu bayda'u. The car is white. And some other pairs of colors are aswadu is black and the feminine version is sawda'u. أحمر حمراء أزرق زرقاء أخضر خضراء أصفر صفراء. These are the basic colors, and we will learn more names of colors as we progress. Some other nouns in Arabic are feminine, but they are also not hard to remember as compared to many other languages. This type of feminine gender is called al-muannath samai. nouns included in the category of al-muannath al-samai are names of cities, countries, and tribes like Baghdad, Madinatun Nabi. And the second type are human body parts which are in pairs, yadun, uzunun, ainun. The third types of noun which are feminine are names of different types of winds. Ar-rihu is the general term for wind. In Surah Al-Araf, ayah 57 of the Quran, we have an example of this word. وَهُوَ الَّذِي يُرْسِلُ الرِّيَاحَ بُشْرًا بَيْنَ يَدَيْ رَحْمَةٍ. Riyah is the plural form of rih. Arabic's linguistic richness allows precise description of wind's direction, temperature, impact, and even emotional associations, like sabah is used for nostalgia. Another example of the wind type from the Quran is rihun sarsar. Sarsar is ferocious, icy, and violent wind used to describe the punishment sent upon the people of Ad. In Surah Al-Qamar, ayah 19, we have an example of sarsar wind. Inna arsalna alayhim rihan sarsaran fi yawmi nahsim mustamir. Asifa is a violent storm or gale. We also have an example of this noun in the Quran in Surah Yunus, ayah 10. So all types of winds are feminine nouns. As our main focus remains the Quranic Arabic grammar, the different nouns used for wine and fire in the Quran are also feminine. There are some other words in Quran that are feminine. You can easily memorize these few nouns. These are shams, arabt, nafs, dar, harb, fulk, asah, ka's, and bear. So far, we have learned that most of the nouns with ta marbuta are feminine, and then with alif mamduda and alif maksura are most likely feminine. Then we have a few nouns which are feminine. These are names of cities, countries, and tribes. Human body parts which are in pairs. Names of different types of winds and fire. And there are few other nouns in Quran which are feminine. A few Arabic nouns can be used in dual genders. These are zahab, which is gold, jarad, sahab, and sama. The Arabic term for such nouns with both genders is ismul jins. Now it's time to discuss how we will form feminine asma from the masculine ones. Most Arabic masculine nouns can be made feminine by simply adding a ta marbuta at the end. This rule mainly applies to categories like professions, religious beliefs, and animal names. Adjectives in Arabic also have masculine and feminine forms, and just like nouns, many adjectives become feminine by adding ta marbuta. As we learned in the previous video, adjectives fall under the category of ism, so they follow the same pattern in gender formation, like haza tawilun, and for the feminine gender, we will say hazihi tawilatun. Now let's do some practice converting masculine nouns into feminine. In all of these examples, the feminine form is made by simply adding ta marbuta at the end of the noun and placing fatha symbol at the second last letter. The first masculine noun we have is mu'minun, which means a believer. By converting tanween dhamma to simple fatha and by adding ta marbuta at the end of the word, we get mu'minatun. Similarly, muslimun and muslimatun. Kafirun, kafiratun. Sa'ikun, sa'ikatun. Najjarun, najjaratun. You can try converting these masculine nouns to feminine also. The answers are given at the end of the video and on the website also. First try forming the feminine version of each masculine noun on your own, then match your answer with one given in the chart. In family relationships, some feminine nouns are formed using ta marbuta, while others are completely unique and must be memorized. Here we have some examples like abun is father and ummun is mother. Then we have also a version with the ta marbuta, walidun and walidatun. Ibnun, and the feminine version is bintun. Then the one we have with ta marbuta also, ibnun, ibnatun, akhun, ukhtun, jaddun, jaddatun, ammun, ammatun, khalun, khalatun. Now that we know what types of noun can be feminine, it's time to practice our knowledge from this video. We will try to find out if these nouns are feminine or masculine. The first noun is sadiqatun. If we look the meaning of sadiqatun, It means a female friend and has a biological counterpart, صديق. So it's a real feminine gender. A simple sentence is هذه صديقة. دراجة is bicycle and has no biological gender. So the ending with ta marbuta shows it's a feminine noun. Baytun means house, as it's a non-living thing and has no biological counterpart. Noun endings that mark a noun as a feminine, ta marbuta, alif mamduda, and alif maksura are absent. Also, it is not present in the list of al-muannas samai, so it's a masculine noun. Then we have darun, which is also used for house. Again, it has no biological counterpart. Noun endings that mark a noun as a feminine, ta marbuta, alif mamduda, and alif maksura are absent. But if we see in the list of al-muannas samai, it is there. So it's a feminine noun of the type al-muannas samai. Both baytun and darun can be translated as house, but there is a difference in meaning and usage. Bayt is used for both physical structures and emotional meaning of home. Dar often refers to a larger space or property, including the courtyard and outbuildings like Darus Salam and Darul Akhirah. Next word is qalbun, which means heart. As we know, it has no biological counterpart, and feminine noun endings ta marbuta, alif mamduda, and alif maksura are also absent. Also, it is not present in the list of al-muannas samai, so it's a masculine noun. Then we have kalbun again with kaf. That was with qaf, and this one is with kaf. Qaf and kaf. Qalbun and kalbun. Kalb is used for dog. It has a biological counterpart, kalbatun, so it's a real masculine gender. Farasun has a biological counterpart, hisanun, so it's a real feminine gender. Sarirun, bed, has no biological counterpart. Feminine noun endings, ta marbuta, alif mamduda, and alif maksura are absent. Also, it is not present in the list of al-muannas samai, so it's a masculine noun. Saburatun, the ending of the word is ta marbuta, which shows it's a feminine gender. Najmun, star, has no biological counterpart. Feminine noun endings are also absent, and it is not present in the list of al-muannas samai, so it's a masculine noun. Yadun has no biological counterpart, and feminine noun endings are also not there. But in the list of al-muannas samai, we saw that body parts which exist in pairs are feminine in Arabic. So yadun is a feminine noun. And here are the answers to the exercise we discussed earlier. From the next video, we'll start discussing dual and plural in Arabic. Stay tuned and see you in the next lesson.